So this will all probably be denied or a good amount of it. But this is the truth according to me, and I'm not about BS lies and making up stuff that isn't true. So I've been living here with this people, which is now just her, because her husband's in prison. Because I had told her, I had told the guy that was living here before that I was sleeping with and having a good time with. And her husband seemed to get jealous, even though he was on Grindr every day, hooking up with people. And just multiple times a day, hooking up with people. Which is cool with me. But he wants to get mad because I don't want to go out there and hang out with him. Because I've already, A, taken care of myself that way. And I don't really feel the need. And I mean, come on. How many experiences do you need? If you didn't, achieve your stimulated goal, well then, I'm not trying to catch COVID or any STDs, so I'm limiting my time with you. Which makes him upset. He's like, if you're not happy here, then you could just go. And then I'm like, whatever, dude. And I just go on and do my work. Even one time I was like, because he said it the second time, I'm like, you don't have to be such a fucking dick. I actually gave him a little piece of my mind. So I go to Sean's because he kicked Sean out. He was like, oh, you can go live with your mom. I cooked all this food and you're not here. And you might have just got out of prison. But if you want to spend time with your family you haven't seen in years, then you can go live with your mom. So he kicks him out. And I'm here. And I'm just like, this guy's just did it for the second time. And what I told his wife is true because I did tell a lady about what was going on because I told her everything because she seemed cool like that and she didn't mind hearing all of my little what's going on, which is really complicated and I don't really want to get into it right now. But I tell Sean and he tells his mom and then his mom makes up the anonymous tip. And they come the next day, and I had just gotten home after I had walked, and I wouldn't have probably have been home in time for that. But this guy actually gave me a ride because he passed by me, and it's in the middle of nowhere. And when he drove back, he said, I'm going to stop and pick you up and give you a ride. Where you going? He said, yeah, because when I passed you, I was like, if that guy's still walking, then I'll give him a ride. So that was really cool. And he gave me a ride. I mean, it could have been accidental or intentional, I don't know. But it was nice because my feet were hurting and I was wearing these sandals with no socks and it was starting to really get to me. And I had got a blister when I had walked out of jail and to Avon Park. Like I had blister on my foot really bad. But this lady gave me all her personal information, her emails, her logins, all the passwords, printed it out on a piece of paper. I put it up. I don't really care. I don't need your personal information like that. Everything but her Social Security. And I've been nice to her. I've been trying to help out, step up, give her money to help her out since she doesn't have the extra income of her husband. And for the most part, I've been friendly. Yeah, I have done drugs here. But in my defense, everyone, since she's moved someone in here, has done drugs. The guy here before, who actually stole this guy's wallet, that he was missing for the longest time and had it in the room whenever they had his bail bond revoked. Because he flipped out and was just like giving this real big attitude, which, is because I was here. And I met this guy on Grindr, and he was the second guy that I was actually trying to hook up with. The first guy I didn't, but it seemed like it was going to happen, but then it didn't happen. So I don't really know why. But it didn't work out, but I was so excited for it. Because that guy is sexy as fuck. Good lord, is he sexy. Which, after Sean got kicked out, I went to his house and hung out because Sean was staying there. So, I mean, it makes me wonder. But it is a small world, but is it really that small? But this is a small town, so, there's that factor. But he didn't get in trouble for whatever. I think because they made a deal because they wanted to watch me harder. So they had confiscated all the devices in my phones that I had. And they returned all my phones except for the first one that I had got when I got out of jail. So they kept that phone. They haven't given it to me back yet. And then here's my other first phone that I got out of jail with in 2020. And they smashed it to pieces. There was literally a couple cracks in the screen. Did not affect the phone at all. Did not poke me. Did not cut me. Did work perfectly except for the memory card port in the back. Would not read cards anymore. But this is how they returned my phone to me. So I never opened it. I was just like, that's pretty sad. And so then I get a Chromebook, and for some reason, it just wants to delete stuff. It's all temporary. If you don't back it up, then it's temporary, which is a real big pain in the ass. And this lady has got a hidden network set up. I mean, whatever, a virtual network. I don't even know what it's called. It's just too much. I'm trying to learn all this stuff, and she has nothing but time on her hands. She hasn't even worked that much. Probably because she's probably making some side income from whatever she's doing. Or maybe she's not. She's just hoping I'll give her money. I really don't know because I can't believe her. It's not no truthful honesty. I even told her the other day when I got back from my wannabe year anniversary that you don't have to be fake. I know you don't care. She's like, well, I do. I was like, I know you don't care. She was like, it's not that. She was just trying to say something like, oh, it's just Patrick. I don't like Patrick. Well, good. Either Patrick is real and I'm tripping, but he lied about everything. He lied about everything. Who he was, when it came to his job. He was not giving up any real details. He's totally not on Facebook or anything, allegedly. I haven't tried to look him up like that. I mean, that's probably his real name. Who knows? I married him to Patrick Gunter, Oswald Gunter. And it is what it is. But he's in one of these videos on my thing. And you get to see it. I think it's the one where it's the Google about their advertisements. And you think? Like, he's just such an asshole. But I think his job is just to pretend. But her husband didn't get in any trouble for that. He just got violated for the stuff that he was already going to get in trouble for because he had already got arrested for it in the first place, and she bonded him out, and he was just waiting to go and finish all this stuff. So that's basically what they did to him. They said they couldn't verify this underage person's age. Which, there's 2 kids. How could you not verify their age? They don't look like they're 18. She does not look more than 11-ish. You can't verify her age? So, I mean, sure. I make audio recordings. I say lots of crazy stuff when I get high, and I jerk off because it makes my ED less effective and takes it away somewhat. So I get into it more, and they're all just fantasies. It's all up in my head, a lot of it. I mean, some of it is real, and then I started to remember stuff in jail, and the more I meditate and think about it, the more it seems to make sense to me, and I understand it better. But whatever. And I might have Googled a lot of shit. And it is what it is. I mean, I'm just here. I'm trying to multitask. I'm trying to learn stuff and watch porn at the same time. Who cares, you know? And I have to listen to talk to text because I can't understand it. And if I read it, I was in jail reading for the most in my whole life. I think I read one book from beginning to end and actually enjoyed it. The Shoe Shine Girl. But I tried to read a book after that about pioneer days and stuff, and I was like, and it was even more words. I couldn't do it. I really couldn't do it. So it is what it is. But I've been nice to this lady. I've walked around here. She let me put her masturbate her. So we did that. We slept in the bed when she got out of jail. She was like, I need someone to sleep with me. I was like, thank God she took a shower because she really stinks because she takes a bath every 2 weeks. That's what it's been like recently, but it used to be a week, which is still too long. So I'm going to just make this video to state that she gave me all her personal information. I gave it back to her whenever this guy moved in. I put it on the refrigerator. I don't know if it's still there. It probably is gone. And I've been nice to her for the most part. still there. Okay, I don't want to show you all, but there it is. She gave that to me. I guess that was the game I trust. Because she was like, you haven't done your taxes and you need your W-2s. Well, I'll help you get those. So I gave her my social security number, my login from my work. And she was like, oh, I need your email address. And then come to find out she creates an email address in my name. This was after my Chromebook had took a dump. And it decided to factory reset itself. And then I was back on it again, and then it just decided to have a kernel issue, and I couldn't even get from her to download the thing that you need to try to fix your Chromebook. I got that. It didn't even work. Nothing worked. Piece of junk now. So evidently the guy that was living here, Sean, only for a brief moment, he had taken a picture on her computer that she had gave to me, and it's of them, her and him in there, where his face is blocked out somehow by the sun, or some lighting issue. Like, I don't know how he did that, but his face is blocked out, so I can't see if he has a scar on his face, which would mean this would be after the fact, which I know he was here most likely, helping her try to figure this stuff out and set it up. I could be wrong, because that's what he said. I don't know when that's from. And he looked at this laptop, and he was like, I don't see no remote on here. And I'm like, well, okay, man, thank you. I just wanted to see what you would say, honestly, because I have a feeling that you're part of this, too. And when I saw him, when I got off for work yesterday, for some reason, I saw him. And I walked over there to the Boost Mobile store. You can see how shady he was. Like, he don't like me. That's fine. He said he wanted to marry me. And then someone else wants to marry. So I think it's all just, they want me to get married for some reason. I don't know why. I can't really figure that out. But whatever. I'm married to this guy. And, you know, I walk around this house naked. Her husband was doing the same thing. And she'll walk out of the bathroom. Like, she started it first. Oh, I'm leaving the bathroom with no door. And the bedroom with no door. She's like, you're going to get mooned. Oh, okay. So you get to see that big old cellulite butt if you look up. So, you know, I don't want her to try to say that, oh, I was sexually or did something to her, because no, I did not. I mean, not aggressively, not against her will. She was more than willing. She was like, you could put all that there too. And I was like, whoa, yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, I just don't know. I just don't know about that. But cool, then we went to sleep in the bed that night that we ever had hooked up and did that. And she was like, oh, you got a heart on it. And I was like, yeah, that's when it happens. I have no control over it. So if you want some, you gotta wait till I go to sleep. And she's like, oh, you were humping me. I was like, really? Like, okay, whatever. But I do talk in my sleep, and I do move a lot, and I will have some really crazy dreams. And like on my honeymoon, I was asking God for an answer, and he just gave me this continuous loop of waking up. And I guess my husband said, you're not moving. You didn't say anything. But I felt like I kept waking up. And then I would go back to sleep, and then I'm arguing or talking to people and just having conversations, and then I wake up. And then it just keeps continuing over and over until I can't sleep anymore, and I get up for a couple hours, then I go to lay back down, and it starts over again. But I'm so tired at this point that I finally, I guess, pass out completely, and dreams start to go normal.